So I'm back in part 2 where I talk about what I'd like to see in the future zombie DLC. If you wanted to see the first part of the gameplay and you haven't seen it yet, then a link will be in the description. It's where I talk about the multiplayer maps, and I decided to split the gameplay just to make it easier for you to choose what you want to watch instead of just focusing on the gameplay itself. Now, Die Rise was probably what I was most excited for with this DLC because Transit was, let's all be honest, slightly disappointing. It did get quite repetitive and boring after a while. And that's what zombies to me, I do enjoy zombies. Like the first couple weeks it's out, I'll just play zombies and it'll be really fun. But after a couple of weeks it does get pretty repetitive because, you know, it's just round-based survival. There's nothing really that you can change. Most people just run raid trains and just run around in circles constantly. So it would be good for them to bring a map where it's like, because Die Rise was, you know, like a proper zombie map, what we waited for because Transit was pretty disappointing. But it would be nice to see them sort of do something else to make it more fun and more challenging. I don't know, it's quite hard to explain really how to make it like a better zombie map. Just sort of one which isn't that easy to survive. Like, you can't find spots where you can just run around in circles. Something like that where, but obviously that's game design and there obviously is going to be points that you can do that. But this is a zombie map where it is actually really difficult to survive and you do need a teammate, not solo zombies. I'd rather do like 4-player zombies. So one where you really need teammates in order to survive. That would be really good. Now something I've literally just thought of was sort of Verrucht, I'm not even sure if I'm pronouncing that right, the Asylum zombie map from World at War. That map, if you played 4v4, you had 2 people start in 2 different sides. Therefore, you're split up from the rest of your group. Now, this is sort of something that I'd like to see them return again. I might actually do this in a sort of separate video and go more in depth about it. I don't know about that, but I'll briefly explain it. What I'd want is sort of one where you need to help each other, right? So you need to basically like maybe step on a panel or something in order to open a door for your teammates who are the other side of the map. Something where you're dependent on your other teammates working together. You know, zombies, you can all split off and go survive in whatever corner you want to. I want one where you have to interact with each other. Because, you know, this one you're split off 2 separate sides and you sort of had to work your way towards a power and, you know, try and get to the other teammates basically. That was sort of the aim. But it would be good to see one where you really need to interact with your teammates in order to survive. That is something, I don't know if I can really go into more depth about it, but one which is really more team based would be something that I'd really enjoy. One where maybe, like I said, you need to do something in order for your team on the other side to progress. This would be something that would be really interesting to see in zombies, and it would be a first, and this is something that I think would probably be quite enjoyable for me. Anyway, I want your thoughts on this. What were your thoughts of the first piece of Revolution DLC that we got for Black Ops 2? Did you enjoy the multiplayer maps? Did you enjoy the zombies? Why don't you just leave your comments down below and tell me what your opinions were on this first map pack and what you'd like to see in the second map pack. Would you like to see, like I said, a zombie game which was more based around teams, so you have to like work together to survive? I think I'd like to get zombie players' opinions on this. Do they think it would work out as a game? Maybe they like the fact that you can survive zombies on your own and you don't have to play with other people. But it would be good to see if this would be some sort of concept of a zombie map which people would actually enjoy. I am looking forward to the next piece of DLC because at the moment multiplayer is getting slightly boring. All I'm doing is going for diamond camos now, which I've basically already almost done anyway. But yeah, hopefully they bring us some more interesting maps, some with interactions as well, like the lifts on the hotel in Black Ops 1. That was just hilarious to use and so much fun, like putting a claymore outside the door and stuff and cooling the lift down. Stuff like that which made multiplayer a lot of fun. Anyway guys, that's basically the end of the gameplay. 87 for 1, which could have been better if their team weren't rage quitting, but it's still my best KD game that I've had on Black Ops 2 so far. And if you did enjoy the video, be sure to leave a thumbs up down below, and if you're new to my channel then you can subscribe. However guys, that's it for now, but I'll see you all next time.